And we are live. Welcome along, everybody. You're with Midnight Heist Crew, and I am Eddie Van Axel. Here we are back again with our Let's Play of Far Harbour. Slow and steady as she goes. Last time, episode 2, where we left off, we had done a couple of missions for the people of Far Harbour. Far Harbour. and I think I had decided that I was going to go and speak with Longfellow. But what I didn't realise at the time was the missions for the people of Far Harbour were far from over.
Fresh shipment.
Yeah, so what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go and have a chat to the people that have quest markers, and we're going to talk to them, we're going to get their quests, we're going to go talk to Longfellow, and then we're going to make our way up to Acadia with Longfellow. Yeah, so this episode, here be factions, because we're about to go and meet the first, well, technically second of the 3 factions. But yes, so that is the planned trajectory for this week's episode number 3. I hope you guys enjoy. As per the last couple, I'm gonna keep the interactions as minimal as possible, just so you guys can enjoy the story. You can, enjoy all the dialogue and so on and so forth. All right, enjoy.
Those tools you found are a joy to work with. It gave me this idea. A cargo freighter founded ages ago, to the south. With a bit of arc welding and some elbow grease, the hull could be reinforced to be sturdy. Fierce. Best to do it soon. Before... well, soon.
Why does it need to be soon?
That's not a matter for you. Just... the hull needs fixing.
Come on. I'm one of the few people that helps out around here. So, why the time pressure?
Fine. Doc Teddy? Well, I have a condition. Terminal. No cure. Hard to get that out. When I take the long walk, I can't count on anyone else keeping the hull in good repair. So, it's best to get her ready before then.
Is there really no cure?
Even in the old days, plenty of diseases were never beat. And this, well, Teddy sent word to some mainland doctors, with my charts and all. Only heard back regrets.
I don't know what to say.
Nothing to be said. There's things to do. The ship's the MS Azalea. Expect trappers, mean ones. Once you mop the decks with them, I'll send my crew over. Best of luck.
Protect your loved ones with my fine hand cannons.
Food. Stim packs. Fully stocked.
Something over. Again.
Tink didn't mean anything by it, Mitch.
I swear, her tail's a menace. Does she even know it's attached to her bleeding hide?
If you want me to work in this flea-ridden bar of yours, you'll watch your tone.
Fine.
You ready to head to Acadia?
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me, then.
There we go.
enough folks value keeping the old CPU sharp anymore.
Fortify your gut against the fog. With whiskey. Ha ha!
Let's head out of town. Acadia is above the fog line on the mountain. It's a bit of a hike. You might want to take this for a road. Tastes foul.
The children of Adam are dangerous.
It'll help.
Don't trust them.
We need to move through the mainland. Old Mountain Trail is where we're going. The fog ain't like nothing you've seen in the comic. Mainlanders think a dose of Radaway is all you need. See the fog? Get you all turned around. Does something to your brain. Trappers were mean to begin with.
Yeah, lots of walking.
There's someone or you're dead!
Wicked.
Clear. Never know.
Well, come on, old man.
Young lad, no higher than your knee. Whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled, but they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before. Gulper's got a fun. Small gulper, the ones in these parts, is a thick. Now the big one. Good job.
one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rad worshipping lunatic, that's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers. Started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
What's Acadia done to make you distrust them?
They supply Far Harbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog. You'd do well to avoid such creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell you. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog. A land Adam has claimed for his children. And you may join our family if he deems you worthy.
On second thought, I'm good.
So be it. But I would be mindful where you step. After all, you are in Adam's kingdom now.
If you're done wasting time, the fanatic, let's move. Up ahead, the air's clean. No fog. Acadia's not too far now. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with her, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
Leaving already? Don't you want to see what happens next?
You saying you want me to stick around and watch your back?
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right. But I'm serious about the offer. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together, I could think of worse things to do. Keep saying to myself I should settle down someday. Think I missed the boat on that one.
Here we go, guys. We made it. And
you know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
Well, in that case, I want a Nuka-Cola, some stim packs, Kasumi Nakano returned to her family, and a pony.
I see. I'm afraid some of those things I'm not in a position to give. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
I know this joke. Two androids walk into a bar.
I'm afraid the punchline isn't going to be very funny. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Is it really possible that you wouldn't remember any of this?
You mean between the Institute failsafes, the beatings I've taken over the years, and plain old age? Or are you buying this whole "there's only so much room" of their argument? I don't know. It's not like we've got the instruction manual.
Nick, is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
We need to get back to why we're here. Kasumi Nakano.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
Who or what she is isn't important.
But it is. It's everything. Imagine just looking at your own hands and having to wonder, was I born with these, or were they manufactured? None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie, that someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
No, but if I squint real hard in the mirror, sometimes I look like someone else.
I'm afraid when I try that trick, nothing really changes. I know it might seem impossible that you could be a synth, but tell me, what's the first thing you can remember?
I'm not gonna tell my life story to someone I barely know. Let's hear your answer first.
I was in a laboratory. In the Institute. They were pulling pieces of my head out. Something about wanting to test some neural process. That was every day for months. Strapped down. Operated on. And then I was out. The Institute has fail-safes to strip memories that could identify where they are, how to find them. But I do remember being quite content. I was free. That is my earliest memory. Now, yours?
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi. She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
You should know, the Institute has been destroyed.
What? It's over? No more courser hunts? No more slavery? But that also means the technology to make the synths is lost. Our origins have been buried. Not to mention the loss of human life. Sorry. I'm not going to judge the actions of someone who's wiped out a great evil. You have our gratitude. Is there anything else you need?
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
So I didn't choose the option to tell him that I was either in the Railroad or the Brotherhood because I'm not in either the Railroad or the Brotherhood. If you watched our intro, I'm not sure if I actually even mentioned it, but I am role-playing and finished the game with the Minutemen, and I brought peace to the wasteland between the Minutemen, the Railroad, and Brotherhood, essentially. That's why it gave me both options.
This nonsense with the atom lunatics.
They're nothing you need to be concerned about.
It's not them. I'm concerned about you, Dima. You can't solve all the world's problems. Certainly not all at once.
Dearest Faraday, relax. All will be fine.
Hey there.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
You're right. It is a good cause. Synths definitely deserve to be safe, just like everyone else.
It's so good to hear that. Very encouraging. Please, make sure Dima knows that as well. He's put so much of himself into this. All his time and energy devoted to helping others. He never stops to think of himself. Sometimes I worry about... well, if I wasn't here to make sure his equipment is all functional. And that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So many things to keep track of.
Right. Wouldn't want him blowing a fuse. Huh?
No. Not really.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's likely somewhat dangerous, though, so I understand if you'd rather not. There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. Storage drives. The boat never finished the trip, you see, so the drives are still out there. I could really use them here for extra parts, if nothing else. My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here, so does this sound like something you could handle?
What happened to the boat? Why didn't it make it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Trappers, fog crawlers, there's no end to what's out there, and what might still be out there. The point is that we already lost someone once, and I don't want to see that happen again. So, are you up for it?
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Sounds like you got the all clear. So what's your story?
I came here looking for Kasumi.
Oh, isn't that sweet of you? That Kasumi's a good enough kid, I suppose. Little confused, maybe. But then, aren't we all? Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize none of it matters. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets simple.
You must be the life of the party around here.
Hey, if we had parties, I damn well would be. Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Don't have much to work with, but I'm always happy to make a good deal. Let me know if you need something. I probably won't have it, but let me know anyway.
Let's see what you have.
The best Acadia has to offer, coming right up.
Alright, let's get some ammo, because we always need those. We've got plenty we always need throwaway rounds. Cannibals, always too hard to come by. Probably that fusion cool, what the fuck not. Oh no, I don't want to invest nothing in this cat. Railway spike, shotgun shells. What else you got? No, cancel. I pressed the wrong button. Now, I'm pretty excited, I'm not gonna lie, because not this fellow, but there's a guy in Acadia who sells old reliable, I think. So I'm pretty keen on that. Actually, I'm very, very keen on that.
So, I
understand you've seen a good bit of our island. What do you think?
Quaint, with sort of an old world, burn it to the ground and salt the earth kind of charm.
Interesting. Of course, it was already burned to the ground once. I'm not sure attempting that again would yield much. This island, with all of its danger and beauty, predates you and I. The ecosystem isn't what it once was, but it has adapted, and it will continue to adapt, long after we're gone. What's important, really important in the long run, is understanding it, and then passing that knowledge along to those who will follow us.
If that's what floats your boat.
It gives me a sense of purpose, yes. I like having something worthwhile to which I can dedicate my time. I should note that I'm not fully versed in human anatomy, but I'm your best chance of medical assistance should you require it. Since Dima has approved of you, I'm more than willing to offer help.
I could use a doctor.
Time to put my knowledge to the test, I guess. What can I do for you?
You do have some sort of medical experience, right?
Reading counts as experience, right? Or at least it's pretty close. Relax. I'm kidding. Mostly.
Could use some supplies, actually.
I may have what you're looking for.
Need something?
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us have got. It certainly wasn't what I was expecting, but it means there's hope, right?
Oh, sure. A little hope and some duct tape, and all your problems are solved.
I know, I know. Not exactly a fortress, is it? When I first escaped, I had no idea what to do with myself. I was so lost, so scared. But I heard rumors of Chase and what she was doing, that she was bringing people to a safe place. A place just for us. And now here I am, for all it's worth.
Well, I hope it's worth it.
You and me both. I've just got to keep telling myself I'm better off here than dead.
Well, that guy was the life of the party. I am sorry to break that immersion for you guys. I just wanted to quickly make a comment just about how incredibly detailed the backstory for some of these people are. Like the fact that you can just talk to them and they give you a bit of backstory is really cool. Apologies if this is too slow for you. This may not be your thing, but I love it. I love listening to all of these people's little bits and pieces and what they have to say, and in turn what we get to say to them. It's very cool.
New guy, right?
Look, I'm not anybody worth talking to. My head is killing me. Now's not a good time.
Oh, yeah. Practically a 5-star resort you got here.
Okay, yeah, sure. It's rough around the edges. But someday, it'll be amazing.
You try having somebody botch a mind wipe on you and see how it feels. Then get back to me, okay?
Sounds like you should get some help.
Yes, right. Brilliant. If only I'd thought of that and, oh, I don't know, gone someplace to see synths that could help me. Like, maybe Acadia?
Thanks so much for the advice.
So you're that new fellow from the Commonwealth. It's so wonderful to meet someone from back home. I'm afraid Kasumi doesn't seem to want to discuss it, but how are things there?
Getting better every day, I think.
Oh, that's so good to hear. I would like to see it again someday, once things settle down here. Acadia is all well and good, I suppose,
but honestly, it does get a bit boring.
If this is boring, I'd hate to see what you consider exciting.
Oh, aren't you a card? I'm sure I'll see you around. Do take care.
I've just got to keep telling myself I'm better off here than dead.
I just can't deal with social interactions, okay?
Ugh, circuitry is completely fried. Maybe if I reroute the Synth...
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
I'm a detective. I was hired to find you.
You're a what? You came all this way... for me?
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad... I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
What do you mean?
I'm not their daughter. I'm a synth. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
Kasumi, I think you're just confused. Everyone has doubts about who they are sometimes. It's part of life.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
What kind of problem is there in Acadia?
It's a long story. I just have to figure out how to... Wait, you find things. Track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
What are you talking about?
Where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them, and, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there. And that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this. If Dima is putting on an act, we need to know.
You don't trust Dima? After you came all this way for him?
I didn't come to Acadia for him. I came here because this place offered answers. And now that I found a place I belong, I'd rather not lose it all if Dima is secretly planning to destroy everything.
I'll help if I can. But that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop. But it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
I'll figure this out. Just stay here.
Okay. Good luck, and come back as soon as you've found anything.
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
You're damn right, Nick. Life would be too fucking boring if it was easy. But man, I'd really like, just for complete closure, I'd really like to do all of those options. I think, quite possibly, the most rewarding sounds like it'd probably be eavesdropping on the conversation. So we're going to go and do that.
Hey, you mind keeping an eye out for a second? Gotta run a diagnostic. Thanks. What'd I miss?
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
The other thing we have to do is find that fucking vendor so I can go and get my fucking gun.
We need to accomplish this without bloodshed. Far Harbor and the children of Adam have a right to exist on this island, the same as us.
They're going to kill each other, Dima. There's no stopping it. We need to pick a side now.
Haven't we already picked a side? Building the fog condensers around Far Harbor wasn't exactly a neutral act.
We couldn't stand by and let the people of this island die to the fog.
Just like you couldn't just leave the Cult of Adam without a home? Giving them the submarine base was a mistake. The nucleus, as they're calling it, is basically one big fortified position.
Far Harbor had cast them out. They have strange beliefs, but they have always accepted us for what we are. And Confessor Martin was a friend.
Well, the new Confessor isn't. High Confessor Tectus is an unstable megalomaniac, and he's gonna keep threatening us as long as we're helping Far Harbor.
Guys, can we talk about the elephant in the room? We keep dancing around it.
My old memory banks in the submarine base.
I can't believe you never told me about those. I have to wait until they become a security risk.
I know how it looks in hindsight, but at the time, it was an act of trust. I was honestly more worried they'd accidentally trip the pre-war security and get hurt, giving the children my old home, allowing them to safeguard my old memories. I thought our people would be working together.
Just how secure are the banks? How long do we have? And what's in them?
I've gone over this before, Chase. I don't know what's in them. That's how it works. It's as close to forgetting something as I have, but I've run some projections of worst-case scenarios. If we do nothing and the wrong knowledge falls in the wrong hands...
So send me over there. I'll be in and out in a day.
We can't risk it. They know you're from Acadia. If you're caught, or even seen, then it's war.
We should at least prepare her to go in. We're running out of options. I say we tell her how to crack into the memory banks.
You've been working on this without me?
It came up in a private moment, Chase. But yes, we've been writing a program that will let you access and download my memories. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder, I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'm finishing up some tweaks to the program right now. I'll leave a copy of it for you on my desk when I'm done.
Get the program, use it to break into the memory banks. Got it.
Hopefully you won't have to. We'll keep monitoring the situation. I only want you going in if we have no other choice.
He's got his fingers everywhere on this island. And whatever's in his memories isn't something we can wait for someone else to find.
Cool story, yeah. Very, very cool.
The detective's life isn't an easy one, but it rarely lacks for excitement. Want me to take a crack at that terminal?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I want to do the terminal. Fucking score. Get out of the way, Nick.
What? Oh. Sorry. Just got my head full of what Dima was talking about. It's a bit of a shock. What do you think he is, really? Family?
It's hard to deny it, Nick. The similarities are pretty obvious.
I spent a long time wondering if the Institute had made any other prototypes. If I was just a failure, or they gave up, or just plain got bored. I always thought I was just more of their discarded trash. I never thought of the possibility that someone wanted me out, helped me escape. There's got to be some kind of proof out there. What really happened between me and Dima? I'd appreciate it if we could keep an eye out.
Of course, Nick. We'll find something.
Thanks. I know we don't have much to go on. Just keep me in mind if you find something that might give us some answers.
Alright.
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
You don't have to worry, mate. They've been well taken care of. Alright, so what we're going to do quickly is go back up to...
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Gosh, after a welcome this warm, who wouldn't want to just stay forever?
This place isn't for you. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description. That makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
You must have tons of friends with this attitude.
I don't need friends.
Hey.
You want to buy something or what?
I'll take a look, sure.
It's not much, but it's the best I can do.
Bang! Oh, there you go, guys. How to get Old Reliable and Sergeant Ash. Right, I think we've done a hell of a lot of talking and narrative, and it's been very cool for me. We're going to go and do one more thing right now, and we're going to go and, well, two more things actually. First of all, we're going to come in here, hopefully we're not going to be seen. We're going to have a bar light.
Got it.
Sure you're not marked synth?
Of course. I guess you wouldn't know, would you?
Dima.
What can I do for you?
I know you left some of your memories behind in an old submarine base. Bet you're worried the children of Adam will get to them.
You've been busy. I was hoping you were taking your time learning more about us. Huh. I suppose you have. Maybe this is an opportunity for both of us. I can't send any of my people without risking the children of Adam linking them back to Acadia. But you're new to the island.
All right, I'm listening.
Before I begin, how much do you know? Did you have any questions for me? About Far Harbor, the children of Adam, or my memories?
The children of Adam on this island. You were helping them?
Yes. I know their faith in radiation as a type of god is a bit different. But who am I to judge? I was using a submarine base as a home when Martin and his followers stumbled inside. They had been cast out of Far Harbor for their beliefs. When I left to found Acadia, I knew the base would be in safe hands. They needed a home, a place to belong, just like I did. But now Martin is gone, and his successor, Tectus, wants to finally end the feud with Far Harbor by letting the fog swallow them.
You're keeping Far Harbor safe, is that it?
Not exactly. They're fiercely independent. But the fog was starting to choke more and more of the island. So I proposed a trade. We would give them the technology to keep the fog at bay, in return for them being a lifeline to the outside world. A safe dock, and a place to buy supplies. Unfortunately, the children of Adam view the radioactive fog as a holy portent, and their bloodied history with Far Harbor puts us at odds.
You left your memories behind? How does that work?
As a prototype synth, my raw data capacity is limited. I began using computer banks to expand, to give me room to ponder, see new things. I had to leave some of my earliest memories behind when I left the sub-base to the children of Adam. I thought they were safe.
I know all I need to.
Then my plan is simple. Pose as a recruit and infiltrate the children of Adam. Gain access to their base. In the old command center, guarded by some pre-war security measures, you'll find my memory banks. I'll give you the program you need in order to access my memories. Bring me anything you find. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
Actually, I already have the program. I was thorough.
Well, I guess that just means I've picked the right person for the job. One more thing before you leave. Whatever you do, don't assault the children of Adam directly. Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves at war with the outside world.
If we find anything suspicious in those memories of yours, we'll be back. Count on it.
Alright, well, we need to go and see Nasumi. So, we're gonna go and speak with her. Just to let her know, get her on the loop and all that. And then I actually want to go and do something, so... yeah. Let's talk to Nasumi first. Let's see what she's gonna say. Let's get her take on the situation.
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're gonna find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island. He's worried the children of Adam will. Or is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Is there really something in them that's dangerous? Do you have a way in? Into his memories? Assuming you can get past the children of Adam, of course.
I got this program that Faraday and Dima wrote that's supposed to help me access the memory banks.
Really? How would that work? When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, Dima was hooked up to his chair. I was just tapping into it. I wonder if you'll need to, connect to the old banks the way he does. Some kind of connection between your head and the computer. Oh, but that's it. And then Faraday's program would be translating Dima's thoughts and data, helping you through any security guarding it. I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just, well, it's a little exciting, isn't it? You'll let me know what you find? I'll keep an eye on things here.
So, say I get the memories. What then?
If it's something that would really threaten the island, then it's better out of the hands of the children of Adam. Or Far Harbor, even. And if Dima really can't be trusted, we'll have his own memories to confront him with.
I'll get Dima's memories, and then we'll figure things out from there.
Good luck.
Right. Let's just have a quick look at our quest log. So it's been quite a long episode, and I know it's been slow and slow paced, but I think it was necessary to develop the narrative in the ways that we have, for the fact that now we have all the information regarding storyline. We've found Asumi, which is cool.
You're new here too, huh?
We've met pretty much everyone except Cole. Let's talk to Cole. Hang on.
Excuse me.
You're new here too, huh? I mean, I haven't been here that long myself. Honestly, I'd be dead right now if it weren't for Chase. Turns out it's pretty hard to live as a synth in the Commonwealth.
Do you think you're better off now that you're here?
Oh, absolutely. I don't have to pretend, I don't have to lie, and I don't worry that someone's gonna kill me in my sleep. Or worse. I'll see you around, okay?
So, the only person we didn't talk to is Chase. But I think we can pretty much just avoid that entire conversation. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Like I really enjoy, I mean, this is why I love Bethesda games, this is why I love Fallout. That you can spend hours talking to people and developing a huge story, or you can skip it all. Disclaimer right at the very beginning. I had no intention of skipping through any of that, and I wanted to experience it all in one. So I'm stoked. But what we're going to do is, the next episode is going to be all missions. We're gonna crack through a couple of the Far Harbor ones, because I feel like actually doing a mission, and we're going to carry on with the storyline, including obviously meeting the children of Adam, but I want to do something in between, so I'm actually going to go and do a massive quest, or not a massive quest, I'm going to do those quests and go back to Far Harbor, talk to Avery, etc. before we go to the children of Adam, because I can see that being another slow episode. So, but hey, thanks again guys for being with us. We've been Midnight Ice Crew, and I am Eddie Van Exel. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, all that shit. Yeah, all the regular stuff.